This video is capturing my everyday life in northern Wisconsin. Got some scenes in here with the Sherp, an outdoor wood boiler, and an Argo. Let me know if you want to know any more about the Argo, and maybe I'll put some more videos of that out there. Hey everybody, Dan here from Sherp ET. Don't have the Sherp today, but I do have the Argo. I got this Argo when I purchased the property. It happened to be here, and don't really know a heck of a lot about it so far. I think it's late 90s. It's got almost 2,000 hours on, but looks like it's brand new. Runs like a top. Today what we got going on here is we are clearing trails. Trying to get some stuff set up for snowmobiling, Argoing, and ATVing. See you soon. Again, I purchased this house here about, I don't know, 8 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. And I have been in the process of trying to throw stuff away. There are some more things that I've got to go for my next load. And I've got other stashes in various places. Absolutely no internet here, but we do have the Starlink. I brought that from my other house, and that seems to be working well. It's kind of been struggling with the whole heat mode on it. Can't quite keep up when it gets, it seems like, below like 10 degrees. So what I got to do today is plow. We got, I don't know, a couple inches of snow, maybe 3, 4. Get the cars all cleaned up. I got the wood burner going. House is absolutely beautiful. Let's quickly go check the temperature of the boiler in there. 175. That is good. Unbelievable news! I just discovered the world's best ice scraper. Use a dustpan. Works perfect. Unbelievable. Well, I did actually put the battery charger on the car because she was a little bit low. So hopefully it'll start up nice. Kind of cool that stove just called for more heat. So what there is there's a damper that's controlling the air that's going on the inside, and based upon the temperature of the water, it will call for more air. Kind of go from there. I love that thing. I'll have to fill it about once, twice a day, and you're good. All right, let's see if this thing will go. Come on, baby. Go perfecto. I'm gonna run to town, and I'll be right back with you. So just getting prepared to get that windshield, hopefully taking a look at that local automotive shop. Yeah, we got quite a bit of snow out here. So what I'm going to do again, because of those batteries, is I am going to get this thing all charged up. We'll kind of go from there. So I'll get this done and we'll be right back with you. So we're going on a little trip in the Argo. Seems to be doing okay. We got about 1 inch of snow. My guess is it's probably about, I don't know, 20 degrees outside. Oh, she's spinning. She's spinning. Is she gonna make it? Oh yeah, she made it. I gotta drive for a sec. I'll back to you soon. The fire is just humming. Absolutely fantastic. Well, this morning I spent damn near an hour, if you can believe it, getting the tarp off the top of the Sherp. There was probably over a foot of snow on it, and it was not a pleasant thing. Had the Wabasco heater running, and I'm going to get her started up, let it warm up a little bit. And I also got the trailer that the Sherp rides on, not the Sherp trailer that I have that I pull behind, all set up behind the truck. We're going to load that Sherp up. I don't have winterized diesel in there right now, and I think that there's about a half a tank, but I'm not sure. The gas gauge or fuel gauge has never really worked perfectly. I believe it starts moving when there's about a half a tank in there, and that's about where it is right now. So we'll get her started, go from there. I thought I'd just quickly share. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I am so happy that I am here. I am so blessed. It is unbelievable. I am so grateful. So I haven't started this for over a week. And this morning I think it was 13 degrees. And she struggles when she's chilly outside. So, let's see how she goes. I like doing 2 cycles with the glow plugs. Little squiggly line that's up on top there that tells you that it's going for so long. Even though when that little light goes out, you could just leave the key go, but we'll go. Come on, baby. Woohoo! There is oil. Fortunately, I can't lift this back down right now because I have the Sherp trailer behind. So I gotta climb through the window. So I was a fool. After the Sherp started, a warning alarm went off, and I thought that potentially the engine was out of oil. Reality, what happened is I just hit the tire inflate button. So this is a whole waste of time. Come on, baby. So again, I was trying to get the Sherp loaded to take to that automotive shop to try to figure out if they could fix that windshield. But the Sherp struggled in getting onto the Sherp trailer. Not exactly sure why. Kind of 2 things were going on. One is the tire pressure gauge was frozen, and I could not figure out what the tire pressure was. So maybe I had too much air in the tires. I'm not sure. I lowered the tire pressure. I tried a lot of different things, and I just could not get the damn thing to work. I believe that the reason this actually happened is the trailer is actually higher than the truck, and that increase in that little angle, just with that truck going down, made it virtually impossible to get the Sherp onto the trailer. Eventually, I ended up moving the truck forward, and everything worked out wonderful. But until I got to that point, I could not get that damn thing up on the truck. This is the way it's supposed to work. You do get the Sherp on the trailer, you let all the air out of the tires and allow that Sherp to basically rest on top of that trailer, making it a hell of a lot easier to haul it. Well, she did not want to start this morning.
I put a little bit larger battery charger on and was able to get her going. But it got a little chilly last night, almost to single digits. I think it was actually about 10 degrees. We're going to get the Sherpa going, and we are going to go the other side of the river and see if we can find a deer.
All right, here we go. First time in the river. And we got some deer tracks. We'll see if we break through. So my guess is on the river there's probably an inch to 2 inches of ice. When the river froze, it basically froze via snow being on top of the river and then freezing. So the ice was honestly not that strong, so I couldn't stay on top of it. When you are driving the Sherp through ice that have just been busted, it is extremely difficult to turn while you're doing that, because the one side stops and it tries to turn, but it can't, because the path that you made through the ice is forcing you to go in a single direction. So sometimes what you have to do is drive forward and backwards to be able to widen the path that the Sherp is creating within the river, so you can turn in the direction that you want to travel. As I'm approaching this other side of the river, you have to remember that for the Sherp to climb up on top of the ice or an obstacle, it should be perfectly perpendicular to what that obstacle is, so you can get all 4 of those tires to grab and start to grab some traction and then be able to get out. There is no one who goes down this river, so there's no danger that's presented to anyone else. This river is fairly shallow and fast flowing in some areas, and as a result of that, nobody wants to go in and potentially break through, so I'm not creating any danger for anyone. That sound you're hearing is the hover drone that I'm using. This is the first time that I've really used this drone in a situation like this, so just being not familiar with it, I was fairly nervous. Again, you got to make sure that that thing is perfectly perpendicular to the obstacle that you're approaching, or you're not going to get up. Essentially, it'll just turn at a 90-degree angle and make you do it all over again. Well, we finally did make it the other side of the river, and was I surprised. All of these trees were just filled with snow and bent over the trails that I had previously created. It was crazy how much snow was accumulating on the sides of the Sherp. In fact, it was blocking the intakes and the exhaust for the engine. So I had to continually try to go out there and clean those off. Now, the majority of those tracks on the ground there are not from me. There is some people tracks, but most of those are animals, mainly deer. I am going up a hill here, and it doesn't look like it, but I am. And the Sherp handled it effortlessly. And there you can see an example of all that snow piled up on the side against those intakes and exhausts.
It's very difficult to try to film in here, because I have to keep getting out every time and place the camera before I go forward. And as you probably can see, it is not easy to figure out which way the trail goes. Here I assume it goes to the right.
To me, this woods is heaven. This is just absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I have a feeling it's the south way.
If any of you happen to be snowmobilers and you want to get out there on the trails, this is what the clubs are begging people to try to help clean up. All the trees are bent over, causing havoc.
That's a big deer.
This is the type of the country that the Sherp is absolutely made for. Low tire pressure, smooth as silk, unbelievable.
Well, we made it through, but I kind of slowed down and decided to turn around because there's so much snow you can't see anything. The windshield was getting all clogged up, and the outside vents were clogging up also. I'll show you those in a little bit here. So we are going to drive back through the river. I honestly do not know if I was able to capture that other me coming through there with the drone or not. I tried to. I think there's a little bit of operator here going on. Again, 20 degrees outside about. Probably about 1.5 inches of ice. When she froze up, we've been over there for, I don't know, an hour and a half. As I was mentioning before, the one thing is, if you have ice and you broke over it once, you go through it again, and after it freezes, it creates issues. Look at how easy this is breaking up. This is all but some snow.
I'm hoping there's value in looking at some of this footage. Yes, it does go kind of slowly when you're going through the ice, but it's really cool to see what's actually taking place, in my opinion.
So the one thing when you are in the ice like this is you want to have about 60 millimeters of mercury, which I do, and that allows you to climb up on the ice if it's strong enough to support you. Not a lot of flow.
I'm going to speed it up here a little bit.
So I could be going a lot faster right now, but if I would do that, I would tear up the bottom. And that is not my goal, and it's not what I want to do.
Just driving around in some new areas here. Unfortunately, when I went to this area, I did not realize how tight it was, so I wasn't able to drive through fairly quickly. Had to do a little bit of rearranging until I could get in the appropriate position. Well, I eventually got her straightened out and was able to approach the river. So here is another example of the Sherp driving onto the ice, breaking through. As I'm coming off the shore, I just dropped down probably 2 feet, maybe a little bit more. As you can see, the tires start to slip a little bit on the ice, and sometimes you kind of have to reposition to get a little bit of a run at it, or more importantly, get it a little bit wider so you can break through the ice a little bit easier. It just does not feel normal to be floating on the water and busting through ice. So I played a little while out here and tried to make sure the Sherp was working perfectly, and it seemed to be doing great. Well, those are the adventures that I captured in this video. Not sure where the next ones are going to lead me. Probably going to be out there trying to help out clear snowmobile trails, but we will see. Appreciate it if you'd like the video. Appreciate it if you'd throw any comments out there. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Take care, everyone.